Hey everybody, it's Jim. I'm back with another Weekend Grabs and Reviews video for you today. It's been roughly a month since my last video. I've got a small stack to go through. It's been kind of slow here lately, so for some of you that might be a good thing because you might be tired of these 20-minute, 25-minute videos. So this one's not going to be near as long. So let's go ahead and get started. I haven't included some of my upgrades in this one, but you can see what I got. So I picked up another Civil War Steelbook from Best Buy exclusive, sealed. For some reason it was just sitting on the shelf. I don't know why. I'm not going to ask any questions, but I picked it up. Not going to open it. Just hang on to it. Maybe flip it down the road. I'm not sure yet. Then from Arrow Video, got the classic The Slugs. This is a great 80s cheesy horror movie. Comes with the as usual from Arrow, they do it right. Comes with the booklet. Always has really good content when you buy from Arrow Video. Has a lot of stories and stuff, and it also almost always has the reversible cover that has the original artwork on it. This is the new artwork, of course, that was on the front. Like I said, it's an 80s cheese movie about some killer slugs that get into some toxic slime. You know, same old story. They really didn't have a lot of imagination back then. They just kind of ran with it. But if you like cheesy, it's kind of like Squirm, if you can remember that one. Slugs is pretty much a ripoff of that, but still pretty good nonetheless. I finally picked up 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's got a very weird slipcover. It's like a half slipcover. You've probably already seen this before. I saw this at the theaters and I liked it a lot. I thought John Goodman gave a really good performance in this. I didn't buy it when it first came out because it was just too doggone expensive. Now you can pick it up for about $10. So that's a little bit more reasonable. I really like this movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Probably the last 10-15 minutes of the movie, it kind of takes a weird turn. But all in all, like I said, just to see Goodman's performance, it's worth the price. Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg in Daddy's Home on Blu-ray. This is hilarious. Will Ferrell, I mean, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I love this guy, man. Him and Kevin Hart, they just crack me up. His facial expressions and his mannerisms, it's just really funny. So basically what this movie's about is Will Ferrell is the stepfather, and he's trying to get in his stepkids' lives, and, you know, they're not having it. And then Mark Wahlberg is the dad, so he pops up and he comes to visit. And it's just a battle between who's going to get the attention of the kids. Really good movie. Of course, it's got a little special meaning to it because it's trying to get sentimental with the fact that Will Ferrell wants to be the dad figure to the stepkids and all that. So it's kind of sentimental, but it's very funny. So definitely check it out. If you're a fan of Will Ferrell, for sure, this is, I think, one of his best ones. He really gives a good performance in that. Picked up the 30th anniversary of Labyrinth. Everybody knows what that's about. This is actually the digibook, which I love. It's a true digibook because it's got the plastic, the snap part of the case is right here. It's plastic and see-through, and you can see the artwork right there. And of course, digibook because it actually has a book attached to it as well. A lot of stories. It's got a lot of stuff about Jim Henson, a lot of things about the puppets that were used in making this. Just a great movie, all in all, and it's 30th anniversary, 30 years since that came out. I just can't hardly believe that. Up next, Point Break. This is another one that it's so expensive when it first came out, so I finally spent the $10 and picked it up. Never saw this at the theaters because I really wasn't too sure about it, and I'm glad I didn't go to the theater to see it. It was almost like an X Games commercial. The whole thing was just kind of, I don't know, just, parachuting and gliders and motorcycles and all that. It's kind of like the original, but it kind of made it its own too. So if you're looking for an exact remake, this isn't it. It's definitely updated for today. It was okay. Definitely not like the original. And the original, please leave it alone. Don't ever try to make a remake of that. It was perfect the way it was. Night of the Living Dead. This was okay too. This is kind of like Shaun of the Dead kind of thing. I mean, it's humorous, of course. It's just about Deb here. She has a one-night stand, and they get up the next morning, and everybody in the town's zombies. And so it comes to find out that the guy that she had the one-night stand with, his dad is actually responsible for what's going on. So it's just a raucous comedy with zombies thrown in. Like I said, a lot like Shaun of the Dead. If you like those kind of movies, kind of a dark horror comedy, I'd give this a shot. Don't spend a lot for it. I don't even remember what I paid for it. Probably $12, something like that. Don't spend a lot for it, but definitely give it a shot anyway. Like I said, if you're a fan of Shaun of the Dead, you'll probably like that. The Tale of Tales. This is really a good movie. This was kind of like an anthology type movie based on fairy tales and fables. So, and none of these had I heard before. So, like you have the Grimm fairy tales, like the Brothers Grimm's. It's kind of supposed to be like that, but totally different. These are really creepy, eerie fables. Like you can see, it's got Salma Hayek on there, John C. Reilly. It's just got a great cast in this, and it's really done well. It's beautifully filmed, looks great on Blu-ray. If you're a fan of like fables and things like that, I suggest you give this a shot. It's or watch the trailer and see if it's your cup of tea. There's like 4 different stories that are going on, and they're kind of interwoven towards the end. Not 100% is it all going to tie together, but you can kind of see where they're going with it. It's pretty good. The side stories that they have are really good. Definitely say check that out. Hallelujah Trail is one that I've heard about for a while. It's pretty hard to find. It's definitely out of print. If you check out the price on this, it's usually pretty expensive. I got a great deal. I got it for like $3. So I popped it in, not sure what to expect. The same guy that did The Magnificent Seven did this. It's 2.5 hours long. There's actually an intermission in the DVD. So it's like it's filmed great. Great sights. The mountains and things are beautiful, but it's a comedy. So it's kind of like Blazing Saddles meets Magnificent Seven, let's say. It's just about winter's coming, and there's not going to be any whiskey for this town, so all these people are out trying to get in. It's kind of like a mad world also, because you got a pack of Indians that's trying to find the whiskey. You got the cowboys, you got the soldiers that are trying to find the whiskey. It's crazy. There's just all kinds of groups of people trying to get to this whiskey. It was okay. It's not what I thought it was going to be. It was kind of hard staying in the whole full 2.5 hours, but once I got started, I was like, I got to see how it ends. So if you're a fan of westerns and you're a fan of things like comedy westerns, I'd say check it out. But if you're looking just for a straight up western, avoid this one at all costs. Next up, Summer Camp. This is a kind of a strange one. It's about these guidance counselors that go to this summer camp, and they go early to get everything ready for the kids to show up. And while they're there, one by one, the counselors start freaking out like they have rabies or something like that. They're just kind of zombieized and all this kind of thing. But the thing is, they snap out of it. So one minute they'll be chasing you, trying to eat your face off, and the next minute, hey, what's going on, everybody? Let's party. So it's really strange. It's a different take on it, for sure. It has a good explanation as to why they're going through this. And also the ending of this is great. My wife hated it. I thought it was awesome. Definitely check it out. It's going for cheap right now at Walmart. It'll probably be on Netflix before too long. But definitely check this out. It's kind of a horror comedy. I don't think it's trying to be real funny, but it kind of does. Up next, and I absolutely love this one, Tales of Halloween. This is a special order. You can't get this on Amazon. You can't get this anywhere in the stores. You have to order this from talesofhalloweenmovie.com. It's kind of pricey, but it is worth it. They did it right. There are 10 short stories. It's an anthology movie. And then the bonus disc actually has other short stories on it as well. Some of these are better than others, as you would imagine. I was told that it's as good or better than Trick or Treat. I would say Trick or Treat's still better. But there's some of these movies or some of these shorts on here that I would love to see just straight up movies about. This one here, The Ransom of Rusty Rex, that has Sam Witwer in it. He's known to me more from Being Human, the U.S. Version of that. He was the dark-haired guy that was the vampire in that. He's in this, and he is hilarious. It's got a lot of bonus footage on it, commentaries, photo galleries, diaries, anatomy of scenes, deleted scenes. The one thing I will say, the commentary on some of these got on my nerves because there were 2 or 3 people that were doing commentary and they were talking over each other, and it was so annoying. You couldn't really even understand what they were talking about. But this is definitely one to check out. Let me just show you how they've done this. In this, you also get a couple of trading cards here. This story here was actually really good. And then everybody knows her. She was in there as well. But this is a 4-disc set. It's awesome. It's so well done. It's kind of got like the plastic digibook disc holders where you can see through, and behind every disc there's a really cool picture from the movie itself. So you get the Blu-ray disc, you get the DVD, you get another disc that has all the special features, and then you get a CD of the music from the movies. Listen to it once, I'll never listen to it again. It's just not my thing. It's exactly what you would think it would be. It's just soundtrack music. Nothing really special. Then once again, it's got more pictures on the inside here. But like I said, there are some of these that are really, really good, and some of them that are just kind of eh. But all in all, I would definitely say check this out. Like I said, it is a little bit pricey. It's got, like I said, The Ransom of Rusty Rex was really good. This Means War was really good. What was the other one? The Night Billy Raised Hell was pretty good. There's just so much on this, so much content that you really can't go wrong for whatever it was, the $38 or whatever it was. It was, like I said, it was pricey, well worth it. Not as good as Trick or Treat, I don't think. I don't know. It has its moments. Check it out. Then I picked up Lesbian Vampire Killers. I popped this in and I'm like, oh, that's Corden from he has the talk show at night. And I saw this, and it also comes in, I believe, French. And it's got a reversible cover that's actually in French. And so when I pop this in, I'm like, holy hell, I've seen this before. But I don't have Lesbian Vampire Killers. What's the deal? Vampire Killers. I guess Lesbian Vampire Killers was just too much when this first came out. I didn't even remember having this. So now I've got it on Blu-ray, but it actually says Lesbian Vampire Killers now. And the cool thing about this, which I'm really, really sad that it never happened, was they kept kind of alluding to a part 2 with gay werewolves. And that would have been fantastic in my book. I would love to see that. So if you're out there and you're listening, do it, because at least I'll buy one. I don't know about anybody else, but I'll definitely buy one. It's a super funny comedy, black comedy, and it's got bonus features, the making of. It's just a music video. It's got all kinds of stuff on here. It's really funny. If you haven't seen Lesbian Vampire Killers, check it out. Or if you don't want to have that in your collection, just pick up Vampire Killers, because it's the exact same movie. Then I've got two more Blu-rays that I actually ordered. I got Chopping Mall and Blood Diner. These are Vestron videos, so back in the late 80s, early 90s, VHS, Vestron, the company, they would just pump out these cheesy horror movies, and so they've, of course, fallen by the wayside, but Lionsgate has now picked up a lot of these titles, and they're putting them out on Blu-ray as a Vestron collector series. So I picked up Blood Diner, Chopping Mall. Chopping Mall, I believe, was supposed to be Killbots or something originally, but I don't think it was ever released under that name. These are great, campy, over the top for sure. This one is the best of the two. I will say the only thing I'm disappointed in is the slipcover and the Blu-ray have the same cover on it. They didn't use the old cover, which I know. So it's just very plain Jane. At least there's a slipcover, so I'm happy about that. Chopping Mall is about some kids that work in the mall. After the mall closes, they decide, they're going to have a little party. And they got these 3 robots that kind of do security in the mall at night, which is okay because all you do is show them your badge and they tell you to have a nice evening. Well, there's a lot of lightning and electrical storm malfunctions, the 3 robots. So, of course, they're trying to kill the kids in the mall. It's fantastic. I love it. The special features are over the top. They've got recent interviews with all the actors. This has Kelly Maroney in it, and she was in the Night of the Comet, I believe. That was her claim to fame, but she's been in a lot of horror movies. It's just got tons and tons and tons of special features. Definitely check this out. If you don't want to buy both, get Chopping Mall for sure. The special features alone are worth the price of admission. Blood Diner, once again, my same gripe is the same picture, nothing special on the inside. This one is really over the top. It's probably, I would say, probably the worst one of the bunch on this review. It's about 2 brothers that run this little diner, and they're trying to bring back an ancient being named Shatar. Is that her name? Shatar? Something like that. I don't even remember. But they're getting pieces of these different women to build this ancient goddess. And they have these chants and a dead uncle's brain that they had to dig up to kind of give them instructions on how to do this. This is way over the top. It's meant to be funny, for sure. They didn't take themselves too seriously when they did this. This has got quite a few extra features as well. Not as many as Chopping Mall. But I would say, you know, like I say, if you're going to get one, definitely get Chopping Mall. Something else that's a nightmare for me. These are actually numbered. 1, 2. So as the Lionsgate releases these Vestron collections, they're, of course, going to be numbered. I think Waxworks 1 and 2 is on one disc, so that'll be 3. And then there's, I don't know, there's like a Living Dead. One of the Living Deads is 4, something like that. But the problem is, the numbers are really cool if you're going to put these on the shelf together, but who's going to do that? Not me. I'm going to put it in alphabetical order. So you got this 1 and this crazy 2 over here somewhere, or however it's going to go. Yeah, you got 2 before 1, actually. So it's really strange, and it's very annoying for somebody that has OCD like me. So, good collection. I can't wait to see the rest of them. I'll definitely be picking all of them up. Like I said, my only gripe is the cases didn't have different pictures on them, but I can get by. I can live with that. Next, I have a horror collection. Normally, I don't buy horror collections. I like to have the single DVD to put on the shelves. I just don't like these. But I'll tell you, when I saw the titles on this, I was flipping out. You got Waxworks, which is coming out on Blu-ray, like I just said, from this Vestron collection. 976 Evil 2, which is awesome. Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College. Where can you get that? What? Chud 2, Bud the Chud. That's coming out on Blu-ray through the Vestron collection too, I believe. There's Chopping Mall. Then we have Slaughter High and Class of 1999. I mean, those are 8 just fantastic 80s horror movies. I actually picked up 2 of those. One to open and just one to put back. So, since I don't really need 2, that's kind of silly, right? Because I don't have shelf space anyway. I got stuff in boxes laying around. I'll tell you what I'll do. The 10th person to say enter in the comment section, I'll send you the horror collection DVD. I'll get with you and we'll figure out how to what your address is and all that. Don't put it in the comment section. I'll figure all that out. But the 10th person to say enter, yeah, I'll send you that. Why not? And then last but not least, I think I'm through everything. I picked up a copy of Hillbilly #3. This is a great comic. I'd tell you to go, if you haven't heard about it, to go pick up the other copies, but they're getting really, really expensive now. So I would say that you're probably late to the party, but it's not too late to get issue #3. It's on stands now. Check it out. It's a great read. It's about a witch hunter. And I think that's it, guys. Went through that kind of fast, but still we're at 19 minutes. I'm so sorry. Hope you hung with me long enough. Don't forget to enter. 10th person that says enter below in the comment section. I'll send you a free movie. And, hey, I got to go, because that's all I got for you.